Hey everyone! I was needing to replenish the birthday card stash, so I'm making two cards using this old Cuttlebug birthday embossing folder. And I'm going to ink blend the first panel with Tumbled Glass, Salty Ocean, and Mermaid Lagoon, and the second panel with Speckled Egg, Salvaged Patina, and Peacock Feathers, and these are all the Distress Oxide inks. So I'm just getting everything set up to start on the first panel. And some of these ink pads are juicier than others, so you'll see the ones that are a little bit drier, I'm having to ink up a lot more or press a little harder. That Tumbled Glass, I mean, it is a lighter color, so maybe that's just part of it, but I always find it a little bit harder to get that one on. Same with Spun Sugar, but I'm not using Spun Sugar today. So anyways, I'm just kind of trying to get about a third of the panel with each color and overlapping where the colors meet to give them a nice smooth blend. So where they do meet, I go over back and forth with each different blending brush just to help it along, help it smooth out nicely. And then I'm gonna switch to the third one. I think I might come back after and blend out the other side a little bit more. I think I wanted to add a little bit more Salty Ocean. Yeah, here we go. And then a little bit more Tumbled Glass. I find it always takes a bit of going back and forth to get a nice smooth even blend, but it's something that I really enjoy doing and I haven't done a lot of in the last while. Turned out pretty though, so on to the next one. I've off screen gone and cleaned up my glass mat and switched my blending brushes over, so I'm coming in with that Speckled Egg, getting a good application of that on. That one I had to do a lot more, I think, towards the end because it seemed to soak into the paper more and you could see some of the white coming through. But anyways, moved on to the Salvaged Patina. I think that is such a gorgeous color. And then doing the nice blend in between the two spots there, going back and forth. And I find just take your time and do it until it's pleasing to your eye. And then coming in with the Peacock Feathers. Again, that is Peacock Feathers and Mermaid Lagoon are two of my favorites of the Distress Oxide inks. Salvaged Patina I haven't had for very long, but I love it as well. And the Speckled Egg. I think this panel is really pretty. I'm just going to go back over and kind of smooth that out a little bit more, blend those colors together so that there's a nice even transition. But I think both of these panels turned out really pretty. And I do like both of the cards, but you will see at the end that this panel here, this card, I should have done something a little extra to it, and I did not, and I kind of regret that, but it's still nice. But you'll see that in a little bit. So now I'm going to go off screen with both of those panels and run them through the embossing folder and give you a little look at how nicely those embossed. They both turned out really pretty. So just getting the card bases for both of them, and then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one right onto the card base, and this is where I should have done another step, but oh well. I am going to add some gold splatter onto this card. I've got some Winsor & Newton gold ink. That's a favorite gold that I have. It makes some really nice splatters, and they're so sparkly when they dry. And don't get me wrong, I do really like this card. It just, the sentiments, the birthday sentiments don't stand out quite as well because on the next card I am going to come in with some black ink and add black ink over that, and it just makes that the words really pop on there, and the black against the color is wonderful. And I'm kind of thinking I should have gone in with maybe not black, but some other color, I don't know, on that first card to just make it a little bit more visible. But anyways, I'm adhering this panel down to the card base. And then I'm going to come in with some silver splatter for this one. I've got the Spellbinders Sparkle Effects, I think it's called. Spellbinders Splatter Effects Sparkle. And that is also so sparkly when it dries. So both cards are finished. And you can see one obviously jumps out as a birthday card. This one, once you hold it up and look closer, you can see all the happy birthdays, but I really wish I would have done more on that one. This one here just jumps right out at you. And that silver sparkle, look at that, gorgeous. But it does add 2 more birthday cards to the stash, so that's a good thing. So just to add a couple still shots on there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful, peaceful day.